sure that this is actually live. Alright. And then let me make sure that the wonderful video is actually working and the audio is working. Okay. Everything is working. Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Nuzlocke. If you haven't been following, that's fine. You don't need to have been following at this point. Come on. Hello everybody and welcome. Yeah. You don't need to have been following because I keep wiping. So this is failure. I got pretty far last time. Last time we were at Tate and Liza, we went in with a big head, a bigger heart, and came out of it empty. Void. So we've been rebuilding. This is the current team. I'm not mad about it. I don't think we should be, but as you can see with Gek Mark IV, this is our 4th attempt at this Nuzlocke. If we make it to 5, I think I'm going to be done, because obviously that means I'm not good. So, I don't remember what we were doing. Clearly we got the Rustboro badge. Is my friend... Yep, she's waiting for me down there. Well, that means that I think that that's where I need to go. So, we'll just do that. We're not going to fight her, though. I don't like my chances of winning a fight with her. I already wiped once to that fight, and I'm not going to do it again. Let me grab some bits, though. And I'm sure... Nope, I have some escape ropes because my Zigzagoon likes escape ropes. Alright. Dang it. At least this one you can say no. I will be saying no. Yeah, you can be disappointed in me all you want. I'm not about this. Alright. We do have access to cut now. Do we have cut the HM? We do not. I think he lives over here. Before I forget, I'm pretty darn sure he's over here somewhere. Okay, good. I was right. So, good job. Failure knows how to be a cut above the rest. He better be. Alright, I will want to teach somebody this move. Yep. Georgia! We've got a few options here. We're going to get rid of tackle, though. I don't think George is going to end up being an HM slave, but she might be the bearer of cut. That is one thing that I think the newer Pokemon games have gotten right, is getting rid of the hidden machines mechanic. Does this guy give you anything? No, you get the old rod and Dewford. Well, then let's go back to Dewford and see what we can get, huh? Got a miracle seed. Perfect. Trying to keep my stuff kind of as good as I can, but my internet just is crapping out on me, so I apologize if this goes out. I don't know what's going on with my internet. All right. So we're off to Dewford. And we have the chance of getting a wonderful, wonderful addition to our team. Alright. We're in Dewford. How many repels do I have? 1. I want at least 3. I want as good a chance as I can get at getting what I want. And do I have the ability to buy repels here? I do not. Alright. Forgot I need to buy a couple repels if I'm going to go in this this cave. I want my best shot at getting either an Aeron or I would be down for a Sableye as well. But I'd rather have an Aeron. If I could have a good rock type, that would be pretty nice. Yeah, I'm spending 1,000 on it, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Alright. Let's go back. Alright. Now we're ready for this encounter in the cave, and also I will be trying to go ahead and catch a oh, I forgot that we got battles to do. It's not nice. I think my internet stabilized so I can be watching over there again. Yes, if the stream was bad for anybody else, I apologize. It was bad for me. All right. Good work, Mike. And I think 19 is actually my level cap. So I have some training to do. But I'm not really afraid of level 8s in here. I do want to go ahead and then I also need to be leading with Gek Mark IV, because repels only work if your Pokemon's a higher level than the things that you are, you know, encountering. So there is level 11 stuff in here, I believe. So I want to make sure that I am smart. So I want to go ahead and get my encounter in here. I would like for it to be anything besides a Zubat. I'm going to have flying type coverage, and Zubat's just not going to be my preference. So luckily this case is pretty straightforward even without being able to see. Alright, Repel's effect wore off. So, this is where I want to be. I want to get either an Aeron or a Sableye. I think the other two things in here are Geodudes and some Zubats. I think that's all four that can be encountered on this level. I know Aeron's pretty common. And I get him! So, I just need to catch the boy. And luckily, he shouldn't be able to do anything to me. And this is quad resisted. So much for not doing anything to me. Let me just throw a Great Ball. See if that works. Nope. Man, that hurts. What do I got? I'll toss in Mike, because a confusion will do a little bit, and I don't think a headbutt kills me. No, I take headbutts better than... He resists the... God. I love him. I want 20. Okay, let me play this smart. Heal up. I'm at exactly 20, so that's fair. Do another confusion. I'd love to get him in the yellow. It's not gonna probably happen, but the less health he has, the better. Okay. We'll throw another Great Ball. I'd like to get him. Fantastic. Alright. We love him. He's beautiful. Yes, I would like to give him a nickname. I would like him to live with me forever. What should his name be? Steve. Alright. He is safely where I need him to be. No, Gek is where he needs to be. Let me heal Gek up, and then another repel. Alright. And obviously Steve's not really going to do anything in the next gym, but that's okay. Found an Everstone. I'm probably not ever going to use that. It's a Nuzlocke. But hey, it's a nice thought. Alright, repels effect wore off, but I'm very close to being done. Alright. Got some Steel Wing. I don't know whether I'll get to use it or not, but Steel Wing's fun. Alright. And that is Steven's stuff delivered. Very good. Alright. I'm fine with just drinking these. Fine with that. And level 16 for Gek. No, you're not going to learn Pursuit. Nobody's going to be switching out. Nobody's going to be switching out their Pokemon. Just doesn't really happen. But you get an evolution and you get slightly better. Are you great? No. But are you better? Yeah. You are better. You're also not going to learn Fury Cutter. I know you don't get a ton of good moves, but Fury Cutter is certainly not going to be one of them. Alright. And we're going to test out this new version of Gek by fighting this guy with Magikarps. Perfect. Would be very worried if it was not half my level. Maybe I should be worried, who knows. God. Gek, why are you so weak? Alright. Well done. Alright. Let us put our new friend on the team. And figure out who our fighters are going to be for this next gym. I think I have an idea already. So. Alright, Steve, you're going to go on the team. Realistically, I don't need 2 grass type coverage. Fungicide's great, but I don't need 2 grass types. Honestly, I'm probably going to be soloing this next gym with Mike. Zoot will help. But everybody else, I'm going to train up, but realistically, they're not going to be the main event. So I do want to, though. There should be an encounter right here. Because there's technically I haven't gotten anything in Dewford. So I can use this rod to get an encounter here. And it's probably going to be a magic cart, but honestly, that would be a worthy person to put on the team. And it's a magic cart. Beautiful. Alright, Mike, don't kill it. That's fine. So long as it doesn't die before I get it in a Pokeball. Which it should not. Alright. Yep. Let's see, what should your name be? I mean, you're modeled after an Asian carp, which are super invasive. That works. Alright, I will probably bring him in to switch train a bit. Just so I don't have to do it all after this gym. I can just do most of it now. Because he's certainly going to be an important person on the team for later if I can keep him alive. I would like a ground type Pokemon. That is something that I would like. Because otherwise I'm going to be in some deep problems later. Alright, Zoot, you will probably play a good role later. But I like my team as it is. This is pretty good. I would like a ground type or something that's at least got a ground type move, because the electric gym will be difficult with these friends, but I've got some time. Might make some difference there. Yeah. I need to grind. So I'm actually going to go back to Petalburg and grind right outside right outside the docks over here. Just seems like the right place to do it. It's definitely safe. I will be fast forwarding through this just because it's not worth your guys' time for me to sit here the rest of the night to grind up a few levels. And last time I didn't have a good shiny claws, and I ended up getting 2. So I don't know. I might not. I don't know. Alright. Switch you for Gloria. Gloria a few levels, even though she's not going to be doing anything in this next gym. I would like her to get some levels, because she's going to do great in pretty much every other gym outside of Brawley's. I mean, she's already one of the stronger ones on the team. So there's level 12. Alright. That's all the PP she has in her main move. Do all of Gek, all of Ken. And again, I think I probably solo Brawly with just my Cascoon, my Bug Boy. Whatever I named him this time around. I don't remember anymore. I've had so many iterations of this team in particular, this early team. We're not learning Pursuit. We're not going to be against a lot of people who switch out. And my level cap is 19, so I am going to bump everybody up to relatively that level. I probably won't go everybody to 19, but I'd like the team to be equal starting now, so I don't have to bring select people up to snuff as we go. I would much rather not do that. So, Gek, I'm probably going to stop at 18. Which should be pretty soon here. Probably stop everybody around 18. 18's a good place to kind of hang out for a sec. Alright, Mike. I'm going to solo everything with Mike. Alright, Ken's going to come out. He probably won't last that long. Honestly, he just doesn't have a lot of bulk to him, so I don't think he's going to go through. Yeah, see, he's already in need to be switched out, so I might need to train him a couple levels and come in. Alright, and then Steve. Anything but a water type, and I think Steve can handle. Probably shouldn't be trying to run away from them, though. So that's just a free hit. This might not be the best place to... Oof. Oof. I mean, I could just kill it. Alright. Maybe I just need to go for the kill. Be heartless. Okay. Heal up. Do it again. Heal up, do it again. Heal up, do it a third or fourth time. Yeah. I want to get everybody in a better position. We're going to just switch. I don't like the look of that. Maybe I should switch into Georgia. Georgia can take a hit. Also, she's found me something. What have you found for me? Oh, good job. You found a Pokeball. That's very nice. Thank you. I don't have any regular potions anymore. I mean, I'll do it, and then I just need to not fight water types. I just don't trust it. It's quad. I know he's 50% weak to water. I don't remember, is Steel weak to water in this gen? Yeah, I just need to have Georgia handle anything I don't trust. I don't trust him to handle, and I think we're almost done here. We're almost out of headbutt PP. Alright, let us switch our good buddy out. We'll go to Mike. And once we get some of these other ones a little bit higher, we'll start to switch train our magic cart friend. Good job, Mike. Level 12. Alright, Mike is at half health, so we're gonna switch again. Steve is done. Georgia is up. Really sad that Georgia isn't going to be a big help in the next gym, because she is monstrous. Yes, I would happily sand attack. We'll start with Growl. Alright, she's out of headbutt. So I think it's just Ken who will take a couple of people out, and then we're gonna be kinda done. We can't even do that. Alright, Steve. Yeah. We might just have to switch train him. He's a little on the weak side right now. All right. Let's get my star lineup up to 14, and then we'll switch train. We'll switch train him up for a little bit, and then we will switch to Wade for switch training. Just want to make sure that I'm doing things in the smart way rather than the dumb way. And by that I mean I just don't want to risk anything during a training session, you know? But yeah, we're almost to the point where I want to go to the cave to get these friends leveled. Alright, George is at 14. That's good. Just use the last of her headbutt PP, and Cut just kills those two. Will Cut kill you? Yeah, it will. Okay. Well, that actually significantly... Jeez, okay. That significantly adds to the time I can train her. Alright. Good job, Georgia. I will let you go ahead and switch out, and you will be helping me switch train. You already grabbed another item. Thank you. Alright, Steve next, then Mike, and then Pokemon Center, and then I think I can start switch training the other two friends we've got here. I'd like to get everybody relatively equal. Okay, thank you, Steve. I'm mostly just afraid of these Merrills, but I am faster than them, so if I can kill them quickly, it's not that big a deal. And luckily my attack stat's pretty nice. Alright. So that's that for you. Switch to Mike, get him a little bit, and then I'll go to the Pokemon Center, and then Ken will be switch trained for a little bit until he can kind of hold his own, and I just wasted a bunch of PP on that. It's my go-to move. Alright, Georgia, finish this boy off. There. Alright. Heal up again. We're getting somewhere. The hardest part is getting everything out of this realm of it's so weak that it can't handle level 4 things to it can handle level 4 things. Georgia already caught me something new. Thank you, Georgia. Alright, we're gonna fight as long as we can, Ken, but I know you struggle sometimes. Like now. But we got to level 9, you learned Sand Attack. Once you learn Bite, you'll be in a better spot. You'll have a same type attack bonus. So now we're going to switch train Ken. Georgia, you already stop picking things off the ground so much. We love you for it, but good lord, ma'am. Alright. So Georgia's going to be who we shift into, because Georgia can take a hit from pretty much anything here. And still get some XP in the mix. Is it slow? Yes, it is, but I only really need him to get one more good level, and then he should be able to level up on his own for the most part, you know? Unlike our good friend Wade, who's going to be needing to be carried for quite a bit longer. We're almost there. We'll get you to level 10 and then hoping that you figure your way out from there. I prefer not to switch train if I can help it. Alright, this might be the last switch for Georgia, and I might have to finish it off with Mike. Nah, Georgia can handle one more of these. Alright, and Ken is level 10. Alright. So let's go ahead. Just gonna put more X attacks, that's fine. Alright, Steve, switch in, and then Mike, and then Pokemon Center, and then so much faster once they get the move that can do something. Yeah, at this point, Steve is big enough that he knows what to do. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get rid of Tackle. Mud Slap isn't the most important thing, but it's my only current ground type move. And the third gym does scare me if I don't have a ground type move. Alright, yeah, this feels a lot nicer now. It also just helps to have two decent attacking moves to be training on. Well, let's see. Okay. It's not good enough to take out Meryl's in one fell swoop, but it might be after a level up. Level 14. Alright, it is not. So I do need to be careful. I can tank a hit from a Meryl, but if I get careless, I don't think I can do two. With the worry of, you know, a critical hit in there, or a really nice high roll or something. Alright, we are moving, that's for darn sure. We're moving the needle on a Pokemon that's also not going to go into the fighting type gym with me. Or at least not in any real way. Okay. Mike shifts in. Good job, Mike. Alright. And Mike's gonna be my front man. Team's starting to shape up. That's all I care about. Yes, I would love to learn Gust. In fact, I would like to have it much more than String Shot. Alright. Realistically, Mike is now ready to just train in the cave that we got our other friend in. Because with Gust, there's a lot of stuff in there that's just going to be nicer to fight. So, that being said, I think we're pretty much ready to do that. The only problem is I don't want to be training... gosh, I don't want to be training Steve in there. Or really Georgia, but, you know... She's giving me some items. We'll see if she gives me a fun one. I don't actually know the rules or the limits on that, but... Alright, metal claw for everything besides the marrows. They're the only things that survive it for now. But yeah, this is safer than anything that's got a fighting type that might pop out of the woodwork. Because while I'm weak to water types, I'm weak to fighting types. And I'm pretty defensive, but I don't trust it. I will say though, Steve is really coming into his own. After this gym, Steve's going to do very well for us. Just so long as there's no fighting types involved and no ground types involved. I'm pretty sure I'm quad weak to both. I really wish he had a ground typing. Not that that would save me from being weak, but... Level 16. I also just really like ground types, so... Alright. Alright, Steve, you've used up all your moves. You've done a good job doing it. Alright. Ken, show me what you got. I'd like for you to be a little bit more self-sufficient here. Okay. I mean, you've taken out a few. Yeah, that's half a level. Good job. I think I'm just going to let you be self-sufficient then. Thank you, Georgia. Georgia get a little bit bigger. Again, another one that's really not going to go into the next gym, but hey, who cares? Alright, almost there, friends. Sorry for the training arc, but past me left future me with like some level 8s. And I gotta fix past me's mistakes. And I made many. Okay, good job, Georgia. No, we don't need Odor Sleuth. Again, there's not going to be a lot of evasion raising strategies here. And she picked me up something off of the ground. Could be fun, could be great. Alright. So she's done. Steve has used all of his PowerPoints, I believe. Yeah. Steve is done. So it's just Mike. And then we'll come back in a bit. And like I said, Mike's pretty much ready to go into the cave at this point. Because honestly, Mike's worst matchup is probably the most common Pokemon in this patch. But I'm happy when I don't get a bunch of them. Forgot that I had Gust. For Mike. Alright, let's go back to the Pokemon Center, and then honestly, I think we're going to go to the cave. No, we got one boy that we need to bring up to snuff. Because I think everybody else is pretty much ready for the cave. Ultra Ball, okay. Ken needs some levels before he's ready for the cave. And really, even then, he's not ready for the cave. Not really ready to train in there, but he needs a few levels anyways. He needs Bite is what he needs. Once he has Bite, he'll be a lot more of a problem. Alright, level 11 for Ken. Alright, Ken, we're going to go back to the Pokemon Center after we fight this other dog. Yeah, we're just going to get Ken up a few levels before we go train in the Dewford Granite Cave, whatever it's called, for our last little bit of XP. And then what I'm going to do, because honestly Mike can take a hit in the gym so well, until we get to Brawley, I'm pretty sure I'm going to switch train Wade in the gym so we get as much XP as we can on our good Goldfish boy. Because the more we can get from trainers, the better off we will be. There's level 12. We'll go back. The only reason I'm really pushing so hard is because I really need this boy to... I really need this dog here. I'm sorry. I keep blanking on their names. This is the 4th time I've run through this stupid Pokemon Emerald early game. Ken. I really need Ken to be a pretty high level for the Tate and Liza fight. I think my biggest mistake was not having a really good dark type to lead with. Because if I can focus down the Clay Doll, really, they can't do anything to a pure dark type. So, But that's far in the future. We got other things to worry about, bigger fish to fry. Almost level 13. You can do it. I believe you can do it before we have to go heal. Alright, level 13. And we learned Bite, which is probably the biggest game changer we could have had. We will not be using... We will not be doing that. Alright. That's going to be the game changer. Let's go ahead and run through one more round. Now that we have Bite, we should get a couple levels here, unless I'm completely mistaken and misreading how well this is going to go. I mean, it is better. It's not much better. It's finally starting to one-hit some things, though, so that's nice. But the fact that, you know, level 4 and level 5 Pokemon are still, like, a trouble for a level 13 Pokemon. You know, Ken's not the strongest boy in the world. And that's okay. He doesn't have to be. He can be just Ken. He can be Knuff. Alright. Yeah. He's in a better spot now, but... We're in a slightly better position than we were. Just got to get over that hump of where level 5s are a problem, and now they're just a nuisance. And I can kill quite a few of them before I have to go back to the Pokemon Center. Alright. We're at level 15. We're gonna go and we're gonna finish up training our friends in a slightly quicker area now that we're past the worried they're gonna die from a random encounter or a bad matchup. So Mike honestly is the only one that I really need to focus on now. Wade I will focus on once I get Mike leveled up to, you know, 18 and going into the... I'll put him in front going into the gym. But yeah, right here is where I'm gonna... where Mike's gonna show himself. Not really doing a whole lot of damage. That's okay. There's level 15. I don't think I... Okay, I do outspeed. I do not kill. Just tackle for these. Okay. Yeah, this does go a lot faster, that's for sure. $16. We'll go into the gym at level 18. I am going to be sharing XP, so I think it's fine. I will probably run to another Pokemon Center, though, just to get a couple of regular potions. We do like Protect, though. Do we like it more than... We like it more than Tackle. Because Protect is important for Gym 4. As long as I don't die before then. Stop giving me Zubats, they're bad XP per hour. Alright, one last little push. Alright, Mike. We are now level 18. I'm pretty confident that we can take on the gym. I do want to get a few more potions in the bag. Is this a potion? Hope it's a great ball. And realistically, I'm really going to be going in this with Mike and Gek. And really not even Gek. Mike's going to be soloing for us. That's just the name of the game. But I will be putting Wade out front for the gym fights so that Wade can get a few levels maybe in the gym. Maybe one or two. Honestly, will not be a lot, but I wouldn't mind getting a couple regular potions real quick from Petalsburg. Petalburg, not Petalsburg, what the hell? But I'll go ahead and get a couple regular potions, and then we will go ahead and take on the gym. And then we'll go to Slateport, deliver some mail, do everything we got to do there, and that'll be that. Alright. Before we forget, we're going to put Wade up front for a little while. Just to get him a few levels, because I want him to be a Gyarados right after we're done with this gym. I'm going to be training him into a Gyarados, because there's a rival fight that I really could use a really, really nice water type for. A really nice tanky water type. I didn't buy what I was going to buy. I was too busy talking. I could probably do it on super potions. I just don't really want to. Let's try again, shall we, friends? I was talking, and I'm not good at talking and doing things at the same time, as you just clearly, very much clearly saw. Alright, we'll get 5 regular potions. I think that's what we want. 2 paralyzed heals should be fine. That's just insurance. I don't think we're going to even really need to use it, but that is insurance for me being a bad player and thinking that I'm better than I am. which has happened 3 times so far. This is attempt number 4. Alright, we are all healed up. So let's go in. And I'm going to fight every single gym trainer I can fight. Because I want Wade to get as much XP as I can give him. That doesn't feel great, but it's fine. Because that's my super effective mood. This is why we buy potions, and this is why we don't mind going back to the Pokemon Center a few times. Good job, Mike. Yeah, and I'm not about to waste money by putting a potion on a Pokemon not mid-battle, if I can help it. I'm not rich yet. I will be. But I'm not rich yet. Double battle, that's fine. You're gonna get switched out for Gek. The only thing that's not gonna get really hurt here. It's fine. Fusion's probably my better option, actually. But that's fine. Wade grew to level 9. Doesn't change a whole lot, but level 9. Level 15 is where you want to be. Such damage. That was a critical hit and it still did 1. My god, these crits. Man. Critical hit and it still only did 1. There's Brawly. I'm going to do at least one more of these. I think there's more people in here, though. I just want Wade to get some good XP. That's all I care about. I want my buddy Wade to get some good XP. I do need to be careful though, because Metatite does have an answer for me. Yeah, I don't care if your attack raises. I care if your special attack raises. But it didn't, so it hurts, but it's not life-threatening. I'm lucky I'm nice and bulky against confusion, against some of the special defensive stuff, so. Alright, we'll go ahead and heal back up. I think there are more people in here, but I will check after I heal up, and then if there's not, then we'll just go ahead and do the gym battle. I'm pretty prepped for it. I don't like the fact that I don't do a ton of output, but at the same time, other than confusion, there's not really a ton of damage that's going to be done either. Because even Vital Throw is going to be weakened. So I don't know what the maze teaches me about fighting, but it teaches me something. Alright. Another. Fine with that. Wade's gonna get to level 10. That's an exciting proposition. Three. I need to check my stats. I don't remember whether I'm better at physical or special here. Technically, they have better. I don't know. I think I just need to check. Okay, it's almost the same. It's exactly the same. Because this has better power, but I'm weaker with it. And this has worse power, but I'm better with it. Yeah, it's a wash. Alright. And yeah, I think it's the gym battle then. So let's heal up one last time, switch Wade out from being in the front, and then that'll be that. Alright, and then realistically, Mike is my first line of defense. Gek is technically my second line of defense, but he cannot take a good hit at all. And he's not really special attack oriented enough to really heal it off of absorb. So that's kind of the frustrating bit. Let's see, do I have, what items do I got? Got Miracle Seed. I'm going to give that to our friend Gek. Just in case he has to come in. And then I don't have a lot of berries, but I can give you a berry, Mike. Just in case things go south, you got a berry on your hands. Alright. It either all ends here or it doesn't. I'm fine either way. 2. It's fine. I'd rather you use it on this level 16 Machop. I guess this will kind of prove if I go to yellow here. Yeah, no. I'll use it again though, because I can probably get her to pop another potion. Nope, that's fine. Alright, really, my biggest fear is honestly the Metatite. There's level 19, that's going to be Cap anyways. My biggest fear is this, because of confusion. But I don't die, and it would proc an Oranberry maybe. Or it just bulks up and tries to focus punch me. I'm fine with this. Because I can just do that. Loses its focus. Super potions. Honestly, I can take a focus punch. I don't want to, but I can. It's enough to lose focus. Alright, now we're gonna do a confusion. Alright. Good job, Mike. And that was really what I was worried about, for the most part. Because while this guy can hit hard, quad resist is quad resist, and that's a critical hit. Because that's the most worrisome move we got. And that's that. You lost 10 health. And we get Flash, which I probably won't be using that much, but that's fine. We get Vital Throw. No, Bulk Up. Don't know why I keep thinking it's Vital Throw. Alright, anyways. That was that. Was it difficult? No. But that's okay. We managed to get the right Pokemon for the job and we solo. So that's fine. So let's rest up. And then we've got some battles still to take place on the beach. And since I want a Gyarados so bad, I'm going to put our good friend Wade out front and then hope for the best. No, it's a lot of water types, so I could probably switch Gek in at that point. And I believe 21 is my new... I think 21 is my new level cap. Let me make sure of that. $24 is my new level cap. Okay. Alright. So with that, Wade is in front. I've got a few people in the back that can come in based on what I'm dealing with. And yeah, we're going to try to probably get everybody to near that 24 realm. Okay, well, Ken, you should be able to handle this. And I'm just going to be splitting this XP however I feel like at this point. Ken's attack fell twice, good lord. It doesn't even matter. Wait, is Bite special still in this? I don't remember when the physical special split happened. That makes sense. Mike can come in because I don't like Ken being in front of a fighting type. That's that. You know what? You could take some of these if you actually had an attacking move. Ken should be able to handle. We'll see. Yeah. Ken couldn't handle more than one or two of these, but Ken can handle one or two of these. Good job, Ken. Alright, and let's go get some soda pop. There's some good fights in here to be had. Do I really need to do this? No, but I'm gonna drink it. That's that. Good work, Keck. Does this feel like I'm bullying children on the beach? Yes. Is that bad? Yeah. Probably. know he's got a... I know it's got Peck, but I mean, it's level 13, so... It shouldn't be that bad. Shouldn't be. All right. Well, that's not fair. Good God. You are really, really something else, Keck. And that's what I can't believe I kind of needed a critical hit against a Wingull. Alright, level 11 for our good friend Wade. We'll drink this even though it's kinda gross. Gosh, dang it, Gek. You're just making me sad. We're switching you out against this level 11. Steve. I don't think this might have bubble, but it's not going to use it. This I don't like. We are going to switch. I am very afraid of fighting types when it comes to Steve. Yes, I should probably heal Gek of his poison. This is a double battle, and I think there's a couple more on the beach still. And I know there's plenty of trainers up as well. Part of me doesn't want to switch you out. Well, you're not going to die. Yeah, we'll switch Mike in. Good job, Wade. Good job, Wade. Come on, Mike. Asking you to use confusion here. Yeah, I'll switch Wade out if they actually try to attack him. You can do it, Wade. Thank you, Mike. Good job, Wade. Yeah, hit yourself. Do it. Of course not. Oh, that's gonna do nothing. Good job, Wade. We've got another one, but that's fine. If we take the two of them out, then all we've got is this Azaril and probably another Azaril. You got this, Wade. Look at Wade. He's doing his best. Well, you're not supposed to attack Wade. That was mean. Wade's just cheering us all on. That's really mean. Constricting Wade, restricting his movement, his ability to splash and bounce around. Now his attack archly fell. Come on, you guys are bullying Wade. Good work, everybody. Guess that was all Mike needed. Yes, Mike, I want you to learn Moonlight. Absolutely, I want you to learn Moonlight. Honestly, I think that's more important than Poison Sting right now. Good work, Mike. Alright. A battle for the ages, truly. All because I didn't want to switch Wade out. Wanted to get all the XP from those Azraels. This is another double battle. Nope, just a single. That's fine then. Wait, if you had an attacking move, I like your chances here. That's really how it is. Ken, I like your chances though. Maybe not. Especially not then. Good God. Of course you did. Alright, Georgia, let's just put an end to it. Alright, let's go back to the Pokemon Center. We'll be done with this. But I think I got most of the people on the beach. Guess I didn't have to do that because I'm going to deliver the Devon goods to Devon Corp, wherever that place is. It's in here somewhere. Oh wait, no, I'm delivering to the one dude. Alright. So technically I get a new encounter right here, so it's going to be a Plusle or Minun or an electric dog or a Gulpin. Alright. I could throw an Ultra Ball. Let's throw a Great Ball, see if we can just catch it. Sick. Yes. Her name shall be Mouth. I think I'm supposed to go in here first, right? Talk to this guy. Or the other guy. Alright. Then I can go in, deliver the thing to Captain Stern. Fight some guys. Not a big deal. You got drank. Level 12 for Wade. Good work, Mike. That'll work. Archie. Third grade dropout that doesn't understand ecosystems. Alright, easy enough. Everybody's healed. Alright. More trainer battles. The more I can level up my good friend Wade, the better. I'm not going near my rival until Wade is leveled up. It's +1 Minun, right? I'm pretty sure they don't know any attacking moves. So this is gonna be one where I just keep my good friend Wade in the whole time. Because I'm pretty sure they don't know anything that can hurt me. I think they might have quick attack. I might switch Gek out for somebody that can actually hurt them a little bit nicer, but what does quick attack do? How much does that do? Not a whole lot. Not Thunder Wave. Wade might be paralyzed. He might not be able to splash anymore. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna switch you out for somebody that can actually do some damage. Steve, come on in. I don't think Mud Slap does a ton, but I want to check. Because it is super effective. Yeah. I don't think it does more than Headbutt, though. Great. The fact that they give so much XP is alarming. What does a headbutt do? Does a headbutt take out quite a bit of damage? Just want to end this quick. Nope. About the same type advantage, Metal Claw. Oh, it knows quick attack. Goody. Yeah, that's about what I figured. So Mud Slap is my best option here. Man. Just enough quick attacks that it's problematic. But I'm leaving Wade in. I'll heal him if I have to. But I can take one more. Especially since it's not going to be helping hand boosted anymore. Good job, Steve. Yep, I think you've got hardened, so we can learn Iron Defense. This is why we bought regular potions, everybody. Just such an occasion. Stop it. One more after this. No, it's kind of painful to see, but the XP is nice. I'm just going to fast forward here because it's not worth watching this. Alright, level 13 for Wade. Wonderful. Wonderful. Good job, Wade. Another double battle, but this time I fear that Wade will not be making a all-star play of splashing the entire time. Okay, just hit yourself and kill yourself. That'd be nice. That'd be the nice thing to do for me. Nope, of course not. That's fine. It's not even a thing. Easy. You can eat yourself too, that'd be also very nice. Oh, of course not. It's never good for me. Alright. Grab these berries, and then there's a couple more fights here. I still have Georgia and Steve to jump into. Just since this is a grass type. We'll go with Georgia. That's that. Good job, Georgia. Right, a few more battles up here, and then it's pretty much done as far as trainer battles go, and I just got to do Wade the rest of the way. I'm not fighting my rival without Wade being at least level 20. It's just not going to happen. Fine. +1 mine on battle, so we're just gonna... What's gonna happen? Level 14 for Wade. That's what happens. Level 20 for Gek. That's what happens. There's no strategy to those. Yeah, is not good at using 2 support Pokemon. Skitty. 1 more level, Wade, and you'll be able to attack on your own. Good job, Skitty. You're doing the Lord's work. All right. So difficult. This dude's all Magikarp, and if my Magikarp was a little bit stronger, I could do it. But that's okay. I'll have Gek do it. It's not like it's really that worth the XP. 10. Hate Supersonic. Mostly because Gek's stupid. He's gonna hit himself like 4 times. Or not. Or he surprises me. Good job, Gek. You've surprised me. Good girl. Good job. We've done it. 63 XP. Alright, and you don't have a battle thing. Oh, I didn't get that. Let me go grab that item, and then I think we're done for now. Won't use that, but that's fine. I think there's one more trainer we can fight before the rival battle, so we'll do that real quick. Because then I just need to train up for the rival battle. And again, I'm not doing that until... How's it going, Dino? I'm not doing the rival battle until Wade is level 20 and a Gyarados, because otherwise I'm not going to come out of that alive. Alright. Last battle. What a great boy you've got there. Good, I'm glad. Yep. Yep. All right. And that is that. All right. So, team's not looking too bad. I definitely need to do a little bit more training before the rival battle. I want Wade at level 20 at least. Wouldn't mind everybody being at level 20 for the rival battle. I know technically she doesn't have all level 20s, but it's the rival battle in Emerald. It's, for a lot of people, that's the game ender. For me, it's not going to be this one, but it's definitely going to be a battle here yet to come. And considering this is the 4th run through, suffice to say I'm not taking my chances on anything, so I will be waiting. I will be waiting for Wade to get to level 20. So I'll be switch training him for the next little bit, but as always, that is where I'm going to stop it. It's now 10 p.m. for me, and I want to go ahead and have a little bit of time to rest before bed. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for showing up. I'm sorry that there was a couple-week hiatus there. I should be back on my regular schedule from 8 to 10 on Tuesdays, so tune in 8 to 10 Central Time every Tuesday. We are going to be doing this Nuzlocke till I beat it, or until I get so crazed about it that I stop wanting to do it. So whichever comes first, really. So I'm going to be done. But if you got here late, go ahead and check out the rest of the playlist. And I will see you guys all again next week. Bye.